So to what I told you today, my topic is atomic structure. We all know in mole concept that is we have studied about, हम लोगों ने किसके बारे में पढ़ लिया था? Matter. We know anything which occupy space and has mass is called matter. That means to say matter are made up of particles. Is it clear to you? These particles may be molecules और वी कैन से मे बी एटम्स. ये पार्टिकल्स क्या हो सकते हैं? मॉलिक्यूल्स भी हो सकते हैं एंड मे बी एटम्स. क्लियर? फर्दर, John Dalton's atomic theory told that the smallest individual unit of any matter is atoms, and molecules are what? Combination of atoms. Combination of atom, that we know. Yes. Means the smallest unit of any matter is atom. It cannot be further divided or nor be created. That was the concept that is called Dalton's atomic theory. But after the discovery of many subatomic particles, it was further told that atom is not a smallest particles. Atoms are further divided into very smallest particles which are called subatomic particles. What I told you, which are called subatomic particles. Now this comes the existence of atomic structure. How these subatomic particles like electron, like proton, like neutron, like antiprotino, neutrino, meson, pi meson particles, how these are arranged in within an atom, this is called atomic structure. So what is the motive of our chapter? The motive of our chapter, we have to find the exact location of electron, proton and neutron within an atom, and according to this we will find various theory like Bohr's theory, like Rutherford alpha spectrum effect, Sommerfeld model, Schrodinger wave equation, orbitals concept, suborbit concept, orbit concept, quantum number, everything we are going to find in this chapter. But basic concept is we have to find the exact location of the subatomic particles within an atom, because atom can further be classified not further be classified, further be divided into many smallest particles. Except electron, proton and neutron, except electron, proton and neutron, around 26 particles are also present, like as I told you, protino, antiprotino, neutrino, meson, pi meson, many particles. So how electron, protons are discovered? So today our focus on this. Will first of all we will discover on this. पहले हम लोग इस पे बात करेंगे. Now look at what is given here. Wait for a while. John Dalton proposed that what I told you, that matter is made up of atom. All substances were either made up of single atom or combination of atom, that I told. Now he thought that atoms were indivisible, means atom cannot be further divided. But in the 19th centuries, experiments showed that atoms were divisible, means atoms can further be divided. As a result, new particle and forces were found, and these new particles, as I told you, electron, proton, neutron, so on. J.J. Thomson suggested that atoms was consist of subunit particle, which is 1000 smaller than atom, 1000 times smaller than atoms itself. These particles were called as electron and was first atomic particle, subatomic particles to be discovered by the scientists. So first of all, there comes electrons. Before the experiment, J.J. Thomson, William Crookes, William Crookes had carried out an experiment to study the behavior of metals heated in a vacuum. What was the experiment? That is the main thing. Listen. He had taken a tube, and these tubes are called as Crookes tubes. Now what happened is, इसको समझना. In this tube, he has taken gas. Now, first, the atmospheric pressure was maintained in the tube is 1 atm. Clear? Then he connected this is called anode and this is called cathode. He connected this cathode and anode with the external source, and this external source is what? Battery. Always remember. Clear? Now battery is around, the capacity is volt is around 10,000 volt. Now what happened when we connected a cathode and anode with the battery, with the external source, the current start flowing. So first condition, when he maintained the pressure 1 atm, he found that there is no flow of current. There is no flow of current from anode to cathode. Means gases are poor conductor at 1 atm pressure. First he couldn't find anything. Then after he decreases the pressure to 10 to the power minus 2 atm. Then after he found that the current start flowing from anode to cathode, but there is no any type of observation, there is no any type of invisible rays, anything, nothing noticed. Then further again in the third round he decreases the pressure of the gas around 10 to the power minus 4 atm. What did he observe? He observed that the current is still flowing from anode to cathode, but there is some invisible rays which is started flowing from cathode to anode. And how did he observe? Because these are invisible rays. So he took a perforated material, he took a fluorescent material here. And fluorescent material are those material that when any invisible rays strike on it, agar koi bhi invisible rays pe strike karta hai, it will start glowing. So what happened when the pressure of the gas maintained in the gas ray discharge tube was around 10 to the power minus 4 atm, he found that current flows from anode to cathode together with there is an invisible rays which start flowing from cathode to anode and which made a green glow on the fluorescent material, which proves that during the process there is some invisible rays which start from cathode and moves towards anode. If these rays start from cathode, he named these rays as cathode rays. उन्होंने उसका क्या नाम दिया? Cathode rays. Clear? And after the experiment, he found that these cathode rays carry negatively charged particle. What I'm telling, these cathode rays carry negatively charged particle, and he named that negatively charged particle at negatrons. उस समय किसी को नहीं पता था कि उसका नाम इलेक्ट्रॉन है. ओके, negatrons उसका नाम दिया, means negatively charged particles. Clear? Again I'm repeating, what was the William Crookes was the first who experiment and found the cathode rays. For this purpose उन्होंने क्या किया? He took a tube and this tube is called cathode rays tube. Then after what he found, he maintained the pressure of the gas within the gas ray discharge tube is 1 atm, and he connected the anode and cathode via battery. Now he tried to now he observed that when the pressure of the gas is 1 atm, no current flow from anode to cathode. That means to say gases are poor conductor at 1 atm. Now he decreases the pressure of the gas to 10 to the power minus 2 atm. He found that in this case the current start flowing from anode to cathode, but there is no any glow, no any observation, no any invisible rays generate from cathode to anode or from anode to cathode. Then after in the third round he again decreases the pressure of the gas to 10 to the power minus 4 atm. Now he found that the current flows from anode to cathode, but there is some invisible rays which start flowing from cathode to anode, and they when they hit on the fluorescent material. What are fluorescent material? Those material which gives a glow when any invisible ray strike on it. He take a ZNS surface. ZNS surface is also called as a fluorescent material. So they start glowing, means green glow. So he proves that there is some rays which start from cathode and moving toward anode, and these rays are called cathode. This was the first discovery of cathode rays. So cathode rays was also known as electron beam. It is a stream of electron observed in vacuum. Cathode rays are also so named because they are emitted by the negative electrode or cathode. Why these rays are called cathode rays? Because they are emitted from cathode. Clear? In a vacuum tube. Now let's move to the some various experiment. Now the experiment of Crookes showed that a heated cathode produces a stream of radiation which causes gases at low pressure to glow. This also was proved, as many physicists in the 19th century found that if they constructed a glass tube with wires inserted in both ends and pumped out as much of air as they could. An electric charge passes across the tube. That I told you, electric charges like this from anode to cathode. Then after the experiment, what it found? The radiation emitted from the cathode was given the name cathode rays. क्या नाम दिया गया उसका बच्चों? Cathode ray. Thomson discovered the cathode rays through his experiment on the properties of cathode. Thomson was the first who found the E by M ratio, means properties of cathode rays. But who discovered? Generally William Crookes experiment. लेकिन हम लोग बोलते हैं who discovered electron? J.J. Thomson. But there are various scientists, बहुत सारे scientists थे who has made their contribution and find out the cathode rays. But what was the basics? You got it? सबको basics पता हो गया? समझ में सबको आ गया? A common discharge tube in a glass tube having metal plate. It has side tube through which air can be pumped out by using a vacuum pump so that the experiment can be performed at low pressure. As I told you, जैसा आपको बताया मैंने, this is the experiment. Clear? Got it? What again I'm repeating. First the pressure was 1 atm, no current flows. When the pressure is 10 to the power minus 2 atm, current start flowing from anode to cathode. Again, when the pressure maintained 10 to the power minus 4 atm, invisible rays start flowing from cathode to anode. These rays start from cathode, so these are called cathode rays, and these cathode rays carry negatively charged particle, and these negatively charged particles are called negatrons, and these negatrons are further treated as electrons. Clear? अब चलो और थोड़ा सा आ जाओ. What are the properties of cathode rays? Listen, they are produced by negative electron or cathode. Okay, wait for a moment. Okay. They are produced by negative electrode or cathode and travel towards the anode. That they travel in a straight line and produce sharp shadows. When an opaque object like metal cross is placed in the path of the cathode like this, okay, in a discharge tube, a shadow of the metal formed at the end. When any material placed on its end, it casts a shadow. It means these are made up of particles. Means cathode rays are made up of particles. Means cathode rays has particle nature. Always remember. And these particles has mass also. Mass means but very less mass. Now they have energy and can do work, thus produce a mechanical effect. When a wheel placed on this cathode ray, the wheels start rotating, means they have energy also, means they show kinetic energy. And we know what is the kinetic energy formula, 1/2 mv square, means these particles carries mass also. Clear? Now when they are deflected by electric and magnetic field, क्या हुआ? When these rays are passed through electric field, these rays moves towards the positive electron. That meant to say, it proves that these rays carries negatively charged particle, and these negatively charged particles are called what? Electrons. Always remember. Clear? सबको ये basic property आ गया. अब ध्यान से देखो. Wait for a moment. अब let me explain few things. Wait. Wait for a moment. Now, what did we observe in this case? Remember. Yeah. So what we are observing now, listen carefully. What is the basic? Pardon. So what did we observe? Listen, cathode rays originate, ये आएगा नहीं but थोड़ा सा समझ लो. Originate from which cathode? There are two metal electrodes. सबको पता है बैटरी में there are two metal electrode. One is called cathode and the second one is called what? Anode. Cathode is negative sign, anode is positive. So they originate from cathode. Due to this reason, these invisible rays are called cathode rays. So first question, if they ask why these rays are called cathode rays, so you will say they originate from cathode and moves towards anode. Due to this reason, they are called what? Cathode rays. Clear? Now these cathode rays carry what? negatively charged particles. Always remember, negatively charged particles. And this negatively charged particles further called electrons. Electrons, the name given by Stoney. Stoney was the first who told the negative charged particles are called electrons. And why they observed that why this cathode rays carry negatively charged particle? Because when these rays was passed through electric field, so these rays didn't move in the straight line, ऐसे move नहीं किया. When these rays are passed under the influence of electric field, these rays, sorry, this is plus and this is minus, so these rays move towards the positive electrode. Means what? We know opposite charge, opposite charge attract each other. Means when these rays are passed through the electric field, then these rays move toward positive electrode. That means to say, it proves that these rays carry electron, negatively charged particles. अगर कोई पूछे second question, how can you prove that these rays, cathode rays, carry negatively charged particles? So you will tell, when these rays are passed through the electric field, these rays deviate towards the positive electrode. This means these rays carry negatively charged particle. Clear? Now these small particles carry mass also, because when there is a will, there is a, when these rays, ये rays जब pass करता है through the will start rotating. That means to say, these rays possess kinetic energy. And what is the formula of kinetic energy? Half mv square. Means these rays has mass also. Third question, how can you prove that these rays has mass also? So you will say, when a rotating wheel, when these rays are passed through a rotating wheel, the wheel rotates. Means these rays has energy also. Clear? Now what is the mass of these rays? If anyone asks you what is the mass of the particle, means electron, so you always remember the electron has mass very negligible. It is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram, or you can say 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. And what is the charge on electron? It is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Clear to you? These are the basic properties. And electrons are, always remember, electrons are fundamental particles. अगर कोई पूछे electrons क्या है, तो हमेशा remember करना, electrons are fundamental particles. Means it does not depends upon the nature of the gas. What I'm telling, suppose अगर आपने ट्यूब में, एक मिनट, हाँ, yes, electrons are fundamental particle. मैं लिख देता हूं, इसको ध्यान रखना. It does not depend upon the nature of the gas taken in the discharge tube. Always remember, in the discharge tube. Means when we take different type of gas, suppose if I have taken H2, helium, nitrogen, any gas, when we take the E by M value, E by M means charge upon mass ratio, always fix. ये हमेशा याद रखना. It is around 1.7 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. This is the value that I will going to discuss. 1.7 into 10 to the power 11 kg. So again the question is, pardon. Wait. So if they ask you what is the E by M ratio, so always remember the E by M ratio of electron is 1.7 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Means it is fixed. Due to this reason, we will say electrons are the fundamental particle. It does not depends upon the nature of the gas taken. Means in each and every atom there is a fundamental particle, electron always present. Clear? Now who has discovered the E by M ratio and how? ये थोड़ा सा important है, इस चीज को ध्यान रखना. Basic property सबको समझ में आ गया? You all got it? This is measurement of charge by mass ratio. ये बहुत important है. The J.J. Thomson was the first who found that the charge upon mass ratio. कैसे? This was the arrangement. ऐसा arrangement था. This is a fluorescent screen. You know fluorescent screen, when any invisible rays strike on it, it start glowing. So if anyone asks you what are fluorescent screen, those screen when in which any invisible rays strike, then they start glowing. So these material are called fluorescent screen or fluorescent material. So now what happened, listen, इसको ध्यान से समझना है ना, then you will easily find it out. J.J. Thomson subjected a beam of cathode rays to see the effect of electric and magnetic field as the given figure. In the beginning, in the absence of any electric field or magnetic field, suppose karo when there is no electric and magnetic field, so what will happen when there is no electric? So cathode rays start moving in a straight line, no deflection. So when there is a no electric and magnetic field, the yes, what happened? Wait. हाँ ठीक है. So when the cathode rays start flowing, तो क्या हुआ ये देखो इस चीज को. चलो मैं हिंदी में ही आपको बोलता हूं. तो जे थॉमसन ने क्या किया, when there is no electric and magnetic field, there is no deflection in the cathode rays. So cathode rays क्या हुआ, direct strike किया at the point B. Here we will say no electric and magnetic field. फिर से बता रहा हूं, if there is no electric and magnetic field, there is no deflection in the path of the cathode rays. But we know if there is a electric and magnetic field, then what will happen? Cathode rays move towards positive electrode, means there is a deflection in the electric field. Clear? तो देखो second experiment में क्या हुआ. In the beginning, in the absence of any electric and magnetic field, the electrons from cathode ray struck the fluorescent screen at B. Means when there was no electric and magnetic field, it strike at B. ये B किस पे strike किया? B पे. अच्छा चलो शुरू से समझो है ना. चलो फिर से, चलो एक मिनट वेट करो. चलो जे थॉमसन पहला पर्सन था जिसने क्या बोला था आपको, हाउ टू फाइंड द E बाय M रेशियो. वेट फॉर अ मोमेंट, एक बार फिर से समझ लो. ओके, जे थॉमसन वाज द फर्स्ट हु हैज फाउंड आउट. उसने क्या फाउंड किया था? E बाय M रेशियो. देखो क्या किया था इसने. इफ देयर इज नो इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, अगर इलेक्ट्रिक और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड नहीं है तो कैथोड रेज ऑलवेज फ्लो इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. मीन्स व्हेन देयर वाज अ नो इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, द कैथोड रेज स्ट्राइक एट बी. ये सबको समझ में आ गया. बट अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, इट स्ट्राइक एट ए and it strike at C. This is due to the presence of electric and magnetic field. Why this thing happen? Because we know cathode rays carry negatively charged particle, and if there is any charged particle, then there is a deflection in electric and magnetic field. ये सबको समझ में आ गया. फिर से बता रहा हूं, अगर कोई भी इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड नहीं है, कैथोड रेज हमेशा किस में मूव करेगा? स्ट्रेट लाइन. लेकिन अगर इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है तो कैथोड रेज में डिफ्लेक्शन होगा. इधर इट विल स्ट्राइक एट ए. अब व्हाई इट स्ट्राइक एट ए? बिकॉज यू नो, लुक एट प्लस. सो कैथोड रेज नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल, सो इट विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द प्लस. एंड अगेन व्हेन देयर इज अ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, इट विल स्ट्राइक एट सी. क्या यहां तक किसी को दिक्कत है? सबको समझ में आ गया? देखो अच्छे तरीके से, ये चीज सबको समझ में आई? देखो इस चीज को, A, B and C. Now how to drive? ये देखो आपके इसमें है नहीं. Now then under the effect of electric field, they strike at point B. Similarly, they strike at point C under the influence of magnetic field. So how many point we have? A, B and C. P means no electric and magnetic field. A means under the influence of electric field. C means under the influence of magnetic field. Means we have two field, electric and magnetic field. Now how they drive? ध्यान से समझना. When an electric field is, ये थोड़ा सा क्लास 12 का है लेकिन बट समझ लो, ठीक है, ये थोड़ा आपके काम आएगा. ये डेरिवेशन है नहीं बट जानना चाहिए. When an electric field is connected across the tube, the beam experience a force. The magnitude of this force is EV. याद रखना इस चीज को. What is FE? Means electric force. E means electron. V means potential. याद रखना इस चीज को. क्या बोला मैंने? E means charge on electron and V means potential. E into V. look at where V is the potential difference applied and E is the charge on electron. So if anyone asks you what is the magnitude of force, E into V, this is in the electric field. जैसे तुम लोगों ने पढ़ा है ना, F is equal to ma, mass into acceleration. So similarly अगर कोई पूछे इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स क्या है तो E into V याद रखना, ठीक है. When a magnetic field अगर हो जाए, the beam experience a force, अब इस फोर्स को क्या बोलेंगे, BeV. अगर कोई पूछे B क्या है, B is magnetic field strength, V is the velocity, ये V है, this is potential and this is velocity, this is the V is the velocity of charge particle and E is the charge on electron. So फिर से मैं बता रहा हूं, when an electron strike at A under the influence of electric field, then the force is EV. E is charge on electron and this V is not velocity, this is potential difference. Potential difference का formula याद है, V is equal to W upon Q. क्लास 10th में आपने पढ़ा, W means work, Q means charge. ठीक है. Now when it strike at C means under the influence of magnetic field, then the force is BeV. ये B आप पढ़ोगे क्लास 12 फिजिक्स में. B means magnetic field strength, E means charge on electron and V means velocity of electron. ये याद रखना, this is VVI. अगर आप नीट और जेई का प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो तो ये दोनों चीज याद रखना. Now what happened, ध्यान देना. आपको पहले केस 1 ले लेते हैं. When both electric field and magnetic field were applied simultaneously and were so adjusted then they balance each other. When the force are balanced, we will say force on electric field is equal to force on magnetic field. What is this formula? Force on electric field, E into V. What is the formula of magnetic field? BeV. This V and this V are different. E and E will cancel. So what will we are getting? V is equal to BV. Clear? So velocity is equal to potential upon magnetic field. ये याद रखना बच्चों. This is the first derivation. This V means velocity and this V means potential. Always remember this thing. Clear? Case second, if the magnetic field is removed, अगर magnetic field नहीं है, then the net force on the beam is only electric field. आपको पता है अगर magnetic field नहीं हो तो force क्या होगा, सिर्फ electric field. And the direction or deflection of the beam will towards the electric field along y-axis, and this motion can be considered as projectile motion. क्या आपने projectile motion पढ़ा होगा क्लास 11th में, पता है. अगर आपको ऐसे बॉल गया सीधा तो इसको क्या बोलते हैं, स्ट्रेट लाइन मोशन. लेकिन आपने बॉल को थ्रो किया और बॉल अगर जमीन पे ऐसे गिरता है तो दिस मोशन इज कॉल्ड व्हाट, प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन. ये कौन सा हो सकता है, 2D और 3D मोशन. इसको 2D बोलते हैं, इसको 1D मोशन. तो जब भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होता है तो आपको पता है रेस कैसे जाती है, जल्दी बताओ. ऐसे करके इस तरह से मूव होती है क्या. तो इस तरह के मोशन को अपन क्या बोलेंगे बच्चों, इस तरह के मोशन को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन. बट अगर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड नहीं है तो लाइन कैसी होगी, सीधी. तो इस तरह के मोशन को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, स्ट्रेट लाइन मोशन. बट वी नो व्हेन कैथोड रेस पास इन द अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, अगर इलेक्ट्रिक और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के इन्फ्लुएंस में पास होता है तो किस तरह का होता है, जल्दी बता दो. ये प्रोजेक्टाइल होता है, बिल्कुल होता है. चलो, there will be no force on the beam along x axis and it will move with a constant velocity. तो y axis पे क्या होगा, the distance traveled along x axis. आपको पता है, याद करो, ये याद है, x is equal to u plus vt, ये फॉर्मूला. s is equal to ut plus half at स्क्वायर, ये याद करो 10th में पढ़ा था. v स्क्वायर इक्वल टू u स्क्वायर प्लस 2as, उसी तरह से ये भी एक फॉर्मूला था. सो x इज इक्वल टू, आपको पता है इनिशियल तो 0 हो गया, तो x इज इक्वल टू क्या होगा, v इंटू टी. v मतलब वेलोसिटी, और वेलोसिटी का डेरिवेशन क्या है, जल्दी बता दो, पोटेंशियल अपॉन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. तो ये पुट कर दिया. देखो यहां तक किसी को दिक्कत है. सो x इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस इक्वल टू कैपिटल V बाय b इंटू टी. यहां तक देखो किसी को प्रॉब्लम है, से यस और नो. जल्दी से बताओ, अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो बताओ, क्योंकि ये डेरिवेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर यहां तक किसी को डाउट है तो पूछो. ठीक है. नाउ वी नो व्हाट इज टी. टी क्या हो जाएगा, टी फॉर टाइम. टाइम इज इक्वल टू एक्स इंटू बी बाई वी, एक्स इंटू बी बाई वी. क्या यहां तक डेरिवेशन में किसी को प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं. चलो अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. नाउ there will be no force acting on the beam along y axis इट विल मूव विथ सम एक्सेलरेशन। एफ इज इक्वल टू क्या होता है, ई इंटू बी, अभी ड्राइव किया, एक्सेलरेशन अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ फोर्स। नाउ अब ध्यान से देखना, एफ ई इज इक्वल टू क्या बताया मैंने, ई इंटू वी। ई मीन्स चार्ज ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन, वी मीन्स पोटेंशियल। अब नेक्स्ट फॉर्मूला बोलो, एफ इज इक्वल टू एम ए, सो ए इज इक्वल टू क्या होगा, एफ बाय एम होगा। देखो किसी को प्रॉब्लम है नहीं। अब एफ का फॉर्मूला क्या है, ई इंटू बी, पुट करो, ए इज इक्वल टू ई इंटू वी अपॉन एम। क्या यहां तक किसी को प्रॉब्लम है, देख लो, टी का डेरिवेशन आ गया, ए का डेरिवेशन आ गया। याद करो, एस इज इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर, फॉर्मूला याद था आपको, पता है इनिशियली वेलोसिटी क्या होगा, जीरो, सो वाई इज इक्वल टू क्या होगा, हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर होगा क्या बच्चा। चलो, what we are getting, s is equal to ut plus half at square, ut u 0, so s is equal to half at square। s के जगह पे तुम y एक्सिस ले लो, a का वैल्यू क्या है जल्दी बता दो, a is equal to eb अपॉन m, एंड व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ t, थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ, t का वैल्यू क्या है जल्दी बता दो, xb अपॉन v। सो t का वैल्यू क्या होगा, xb अपॉन v। सो पुट दिस वैल्यू, वी आर गेटिंग that is 1 by 2 EV upon n XB upon V square. After solving, we are getting E by M is equal to, देखो E by M चार्ज अपॉन मास रेशियो, ये VBI है सिर्फ जेई एडवांस के लिए, ठीक है। तो 2YB एक्स स्क्वायर, अब सबका वैल्यू अगर हम पुट कर दें, यू विल गेट द वैल्यू E by M of electron is always 1 by 7 into 10 to the power 11 कूलम्ब पर kg, ये याद रखना हमेशा, ठीक है। और ये जो E by M का वैल्यू है, ये गैस के नेचर पे डिपेंड नहीं करता। देखो ऐसा कोई भी वैल्यू है जो गैस के नेचर को डिसाइड करेगा, कुछ भी नहीं है। Y मतलब y axis, x means x axis, v means this v is potential, this b means magnetic field strength. So electron is a fundamental particle, it does not depend upon the nature of the gas taken, याद रखना इस चीज को। अब ध्यान दो क्या डेरिवेशन आया, E by m is equal to what, 1.7 into 10 to the power 11। अब what is the charge on electron, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, पुट करो, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by m equal to 1.7 into 10 to the power 11। so what is m, 1.6 into 10 to the power 11 divided by 10 to the power minus 19, क्लियर, डिवाइडेड बाय 1.7 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 11। अगर तुम इसको सॉल्व करते हो, यू विल फाइंड m इज इक्वल टू 9.1 इंटू 10 टू द पावर माइनस 31 kg और 9.1 इंटू 10 टू द पावर माइनस 28 ग्राम। सो अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास कैसे ढूंढते हो, हु नोज हाउ कैन यू फाइंड द मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, देन यू विल से sir, E by M ratio was discovered by J.J. Thomson and this is fixed value, and from where we found this value, relation always याद रखना, E by M is equal to 2YV x square by B square। क्या बोला मैंने, 2YV x square into up B square, यही तो है, बिल्कुल। यानी y क्या है, डिस्टेंस ऑन y एक्सिस, एक्सिस डिस्टेंस ऑन एक्स एक्सिस, क्योंकि कैसा मोशन है जल्दी बता दो बच्चों, प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन। प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन कैसा होता है, इस तरीके से मूवमेंट होगी, जैसे बॉल को आप फेंकते हो तो इस तरह से मूव होती है, नीचे गिरती है, तो एक्स एक्सिस भी चाहिए और वाई एक्सिस भी चाहिए। v क्या है, वेलोसिटी नहीं बच्चों, ये है आपका क्या, पोटेंशियल, और b क्या है जल्दी बताओ, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड स्ट्रेंथ। सो E by M इज इक्वल टू, ये याद रखना, ये कभी आएगा नहीं, बट आपके बताने के लिए मैंने आपको समझा दिया। अब आपका टाइम है, मुझे बताओ कैथोड रेज में किसको किसको दिक्कत है, कहां कहां दिक्कत है, तुरंत चैट बॉक्स में मुझे मैसेज करो। एनीबॉडी एनी प्रॉब्लम, दे आस्क द क्वेश्चन। गैलेक्सी M01S, हु इज ही, कौन है ही और सी, किसी को भी डाउट है पूछ लो बच्चों। यू हैव टाइम, अच्छे से पूछ लो, कोई भी डाउट। एनीबडी एनी डाउट? अच्छा रिया, किसी को डाउट है? एक बार मैं रिव्यू करता हूँ, बिगनिंग से। आप अच्छे से समझ लो, ये कभी आएगा नहीं इस चैप्टर में, बट हमें जानना है, वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द चैप्टर कैथोड रेज एनोड रेज। आएगा एक्चुअली जो बताऊंगा मैं, श्रोडिंगर वेव इक्वेशन, ऑर्बिटल, नोड्स, एंटी नोड्स, ठीक है, सारे जेई से अबव लेवल के हैं। समरफेल्ड मॉडल, रदरफोर्ड तो आप पढ़ ही चुके हो, थॉमसन आप लोग जानते हो, बोर थ्योरी में एनर्जी का डेरिवेशन, बट अभी देख लो। कहीं पर भी अगर आपको डाउट है समझने में तो पूछ सकते हो। ये था, इसी को बोलते हैं क्रूक्स ट्यूब्स। प्रॉपर्टीज मैंने बता दिया। ये E बाय एम का रेशियो है। ये क्या है? अंडर द एक ए पॉइंट अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड व्हेन नो इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, ये अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। डेरिवेशन क्या था? एक बार डेरिवेशन देख लो। फोर्स एफ ई क्या है? सबको पता है, इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स। एफ बी क्या है? मैग्नेटिक फोर्स। जब दोनों इक्वल हो जाए तो आपको वेलोसिटी का डेरिवेशन आ जाएगा। फिर आपको टी का डेरिवेशन आ जाएगा, टी के बाद ए का डेरिवेशन आ जाएगा। ये सब आपको नोट्स में मिल जाएंगे, तो आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ठीक है, यहां तक किसी को डाउट तो नहीं है? सबको आ गया समझ में? या बोलो जल्दी से, मैं पोल रेस करता हूं, जिसको नहीं समझ में आया वो बताओ। एक मिनट, ये दूसरा पोल आ गया। अगर आ गया है तो बताओ, नहीं आया है तो फिर और बताते हैं। ओके, यू ऑल गॉट इट? अच्छा, टी का डेरिवेशन बताना। हाँ, टी का देखो, एक मिनट, चलो आ जाओ, ये एक बार समझ लो आज, और इससे ज़्यादा नहीं जाएंगे। अच्छा, यहाँ पे आ जाओ एक बार, मैं इसको रब कर देता हूँ, ठीक है। अच्छा, आपको पता है ये फॉर्मूला तो सबको पता है, बी स्क्वायर इक्वल टू यू स्क्वायर प्लस 2as, ठीक है। एक्स इज इक्वल टू वी यू प्लस वी टी, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0, तो एक्स इज इक्वल टू क्या आ जाएगा आपका? एक बार ध्यान देना, इसको एक बार ध्यान दो। आई थिंक ये कलर देखो, समझ में आएगा, है ना। एक्स इज इक्वल टू क्या हो गया? वी टी। वी क्या है आपका? वेलोसिटी है। वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू क्या है, जल्दी बता दो? कैपिटल वी अपॉन वी। दिस कैपिटल वी मीन्स व्हाट? दिस कैपिटल वी मीन्स पोटेंशियल, एंड दिस बी मीन्स व्हाट? मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। क्या यहां तक प्रॉब्लम है? चलो, आपने क्या किया, यहाँ पे पुट किया एक्स इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल वी बाय बी इंटू टी। देखो यहां तक प्रॉब्लम है, ये क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन हो गया, एक्स बी इंटू वी टी। सो टी इज इक्वल टू क्या होगा? एक्स बी अपॉन वी होगा, एक्स बी अपॉन वी होगा, वही लिखा है मैंने, ठीक है। और उसको जाके आगे आप पुट कर दो, यू विल हैव योर आंसर। ठीक है, और किसी को डाउट है? नहीं, तो आज के लिए क्लास इतना ही है, और ज्यादा नहीं। नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे एनोड रेज के बारे में, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्लास विल डिस्कस अबाउट एनोड रेज, एंड नाउ फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट क्लास द चैप्टर विल बी स्टार्टेड, जे थॉमसन मॉडल, रदरफोर्ड एक्सपेरिमेंट, वो सारी चीजें पढ़ेंगे। आज के लिए इतना ही है, तो मैं इसको यहाँ बेसिक था, मैं इसको आज यही कंप्लीट करता हूँ, ठीक है। कल हो सकता है आई विल टेक क्लास एट इवनिंग टाइम, नॉट एट अ मॉर्निंग टाइम। मॉर्निंग टाइम में मैं नहीं ला पाऊंगा, इवनिंग में लूंगा, ठीक है। So till then, bye bye. Thank you so much.